If you're thinking of starting a new YouTube channel, or you're starting a new business from scratch, or you're just going to get started on a new hobby, whatever it is, I'm sharing my journey from scratch on YouTube, and I've committed myself to capturing the journey for the next 8 weeks. Just to see how hard it is. If you've clicked on this video because you're looking for all the answers, well, it's only the 17th of August. It's 2 weeks since I said I'd be starting this journey, and I'm still learning myself. But if in 6 months' time, if someone's clicked on this video in 6 months' time and we're looking back and I've got thousands of subscribers, then this is the video for you. But as of today, I'm going to tell you, things are really hard. It's really, really difficult. But I'm still keeping up the momentum. Why is it hard? Because you're putting yourself out there, you're putting yourself on the camera and sharing everything with the world, and it's hard. You might not feel up to putting the camera on and putting your face on the camera. I feel like that a lot. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be doing that. Sometimes I just want to be sitting around at the sewing machine and making something. I don't want to have to get my hair done, makeup, and then looking like, you know, I'm presentable for the camera. That's not really what I want to be doing, but you kind of have to do that. You've got to have your background looking okay. Does this look okay? Well, it's just where I'm sewing at the moment. So I'm not going to change it. I'm keeping this as real as I possibly can. But yeah, it's been challenging. The things that have challenged me this week are making sure that everything is like fully charged. You've got to have your mic, you've got to have your camera, your lighting. Everything's got to have power to it, and you've got to have all those things charged up, ready to go. The editing is very, very slow, and the reason is because when you're just naturally talking to the camera, there's lots of ahs, all these sorts of things, and you're trying to cut that out, and it's then you repeat, then you stop, and then you start like I just did there, and you try and cut that bit out so you've got a nice flowing sentence. And it's actually really hard to sit back at the end of you putting your video together and sitting there cutting out all of these little bits and pieces and putting it together to make a nice, much neater, tidier video. It's tiring, especially when all I want to do is sew, make jewelry, handbags, and accessories. That's all I want to do. But if the bigger the dream, the harder the challenge. That's what I'm going to say. And this is really challenging. So I'm going to keep this video really short. So I'm going to jump into my analytics for this week. This is a real reflection of what it's like. This is my second week taking YouTube very seriously. I am tired. Real tired. I'm exhausted. So I'm going to finish this up now and jump straight into the analytics, and then I'll be back next Sunday if I'm still doing it. And I'm sure I will be. Here's the last week on YouTube. So first of all, my subscribers have increased. So I went from 12 subscribers to 20, so 8 new subscribers in a week. So I'm really chuffed. I know it's a really small number, but you know, I started this channel about 2 months ago with 0, and it was only a couple of weeks ago that I started taking this seriously, and already it's up to 20 now. Obviously, that's not a great number. I'm fully aware of it, but it's going up. So I'm happy that I'm sitting at that number at the moment. So thank you to anyone who did hit subscribe. There's going to be lots more tutorials and behind the scenes sewing, jewelry making over the next few weeks. So it's such a good feeling to get a new subscriber. So even though it's sitting at a really low number, I'm just really grateful, and it's going up. So that's really positive sign. So let's have a look. Let's drill down into the content that I created this week. I uploaded one short this week, and it's currently sitting just under 2,000 views. And I've got 3 new subscribers, so I was really happy about that. The graph was very interesting. So the grey background is my typical performance for my shorts. And what you'll see is usually I upload my video and I'll get a bit of a spike, and then that will flatline. Maybe it'll go up again just a little bit, and then it will just flatline. But this one was the first time that I'd ever seen it do this, where it's a very gradual increase, very, very gradual. and it hasn't flatlined completely yet. And I think I'm like 4.5 days in from that post. This is my second highest short. So I had one a few weeks ago that was 2.2 thousand. But that one just skyrocketed at the beginning and then flatlined. Whereas this, as I said, this is the first time that it's done this pattern. So when it first started doing it, I thought that I'd done something wrong and I thought I wasn't going to get any views, but it actually turned out to be not too bad in the end. So I was quite pleased with that. And the only thing that I did differently with this video was that I used my own voice as a voiceover rather than using music. And also I scheduled the post. So it was uploaded to YouTube, I think like the night before I posted it. So I don't know if either of those things made the difference, but I will do more videos with my voiceover because I actually thought it was a little bit more interesting doing it that way rather than just having music playing in the background. But anyway, that was my short, and I'm so happy for my new subscribers. Thank you so much. It makes me so grateful. So thank you so much. Then I posted one long form video. Now this took me quite a long time to film. I had all sorts of problems with the camera, the mic, lighting, all sorts of things. All these things that go into putting your video together behind the scenes. This video is 23 minutes, but it could take a good few hours to get that done. So I really enjoy the actual making the strap. I love anything sewing. I'm in my element when I'm doing things like that. But doing the filming and all this editing, it's kind of just, it's quite full on. So, but I got 4 new subscribers, so I'm really, really pleased. On this video, I scheduled this and I had it uploaded the night before I posted. I made the video public. So this one is now sitting at 148 views. So again, it's still low, but I've got 4 new subscribers. So I'm really happy about that. And it's still climbing. It hasn't flatlined yet. The reach, it's had 2.8 thousand impressions. Click-through rate 4.5%. I don't even know if that's good or not. I'm really, really new to all this. I'm not too sure. Average view duration is not very good. 1 minute 43 seconds. My video goes for just under 24 minutes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So last Sunday's video, so obviously I didn't count that in my video from last week, but that is sitting on a very low 28 views. So this is like the video that I'm doing now where I'm capturing my journey. They don't seem to be going anywhere. So I'm a little bit concerned that maybe these types of videos could hinder my other videos. I don't want that to have any impact on my other videos, which is really about encouraging people to start things from scratch. I'm sharing my journey of my sewing. And as I'm doing that, I'm now sharing my brand new journey on YouTube, having no idea where it's leading to. Full of a lot of hope and determination because I'm using the same momentum that I had when I taught myself to sew and taught myself to make jewelry. And it's really to try and encourage other people that are considering doing their own thing, maybe starting their own YouTube channel, starting your own business, starting a new hobby, whatever it is that you want to start. I'm using these videos as an example of you have to really go through those steps in the beginning that are really difficult, and then it hopefully can lead to somewhere quite positive. So yeah, very slow growth the last couple of weeks, but it really is heading in the right direction slowly, but I'm very grateful for where it's going. The hardest thing for me has been actually putting the videos together. It is very time consuming and I do feel out of my depth, but I felt like that when I started to sew. So I'm going to continue. If you made it to the end, thanks for watching. I need to put my feet up. I'm tired.